All right, guys, so you guys remember this pool. We're at our Upland Rock job. Came to check out our finishing touches. So when you build a pool, you're gonna get your core work done, building the pool, building your rock work, but there's always additional features that people may want. The pool's 100% complete. This was a rock job. If you guys remember, it was not always this pretty. We had an old pool here that we had a demo out. It was a geometric, kind of older style, 1970s, 80s type pool, brick, Roman shape. It just wasn't meeting the client's needs, so they wanted to go completely a different direction with the tropical look. So we had a little inspiration from Disneyland. If you look at the rock work, we had slanted rocks. Now, a lot of you guys don't like rock pools. You think they're outdated, they're ugly. It's very hard to find skilled craftsmen for concrete artists. So take a look at this. There's a lot of detail in it, different colors. They're not just big, ugly potatoes. So don't be scared of building a rock pool. Now let's check out some of the other features on this pool.
Shallow y te vas bajando por allá. Unos 3.5. 3.5.
Pero que caiga así como para allá.
Sí, que caiga los dos lados para ese lado, para si se brincan, caen en lo hondo.
Así es.
Así es.
Today we're going to give you guys a quick little walkthrough. We're in the plumbing, electrical, gas phase. This is a kerosene project. We're doing a custom freeform pool, a rock pool. The guy's a dog breeder, so we're going to throw in a couple of extras, some dog kennels. But today is one of the most important phases of the project. This is what really matters. All the plumbing, gas, electrical has to go where it goes. So I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough, see where we're at in the project. When you first come in, a lot of people freak out with plumbing. You know, when you tell them, hey, it's gonna cost you 15, 20 grand to plumb a pool, they're thinking you're gonna have a single pipe. This had an existing pool already, so we had to rip out everything they had. There's no way of really knowing if it worked or not. When you're doing a new pool, you don't wanna depend on that old plumbing anyway. So when you come in, you'll see the guys trench out. The code for plumbing, you gotta be 18 inches above the pipe. This is where the equipment's gonna go. This pool has a whole bunch of stuff, like 3 pumps, 7 lights, waterfall, slide, grotto, a bunch of electrical. We're gonna have an outdoor kitchen, so we need a huge amount of space. So all this will get plumbed up. We'll shoot a solid base of concrete, set all of our equipment. We already have our main line ran out, existing drains that we gotta repair. This is where all the pipes are gonna go. Usually try to dig out about 3 feet by 2 feet. The code is 18 inches from the top of the pipe. So if we have pipes that are 3 inches thick, we got to dig down 21 inches minimum. Ruben, you ready? Okay. So you see this pool's already been dug out. It's kind of an odd depth. This is gonna have a beach entrance, meaning the water is gonna flow right up to the top. We have a couple steps here. We're gonna have 7 lights in the pool. The pool goes deep towards the hillside because this is where the rock features are gonna be. You wanna make sure that people don't hit their butts or their heads when they jump in. So this whole backside, we're gonna build a rock structure into the hillside, leverage the retaining wall that's already there, build a cave grotto. We have a bench area there, a spa in the corner along with a slide. So Ruben, this is Ruben. He's one of our technicians, electricians. Tell him what do we got going on, bro.
Right here we got a spa going in, 7 jets. 3-inch suction, 2.5-inch return line. We got a waterfall with a slide, grotto, 3 bubblers with LED lights, 6 pool lights, centered, 1 in the baja, 1 in the deep end on that side, 1 here, 2 in the middle, one spa light, one underneath the bench under the grotto. And then we got a gas going on this side for the barbecue. Equipment's all going on this other side. And this is our plumbing trench right here. We're at least 2 feet deep for the gas, electrical runs, and all of our plumbing.
When do you think it'll be done?
Hopefully today.
See?
We like to get it done in one day.
See, one shot kill.
Yeah.
Like everything. Cool. Welcome back. So we're here at our dog kennel slash tropical rock pool job. We'll give you guys an update. Since the last time you were with us, we finished off the Rockwork, did the hardscape. Now the guys are working on the footings for the kennels. So this concrete here is about 2-3 days old. We went ahead, graded everything out. This is a really rocky area, so we had to move all the big chunks of rocks, get this to level. Shot our pad for our outdoor kitchen. This is gonna have an island with the barbecue, sink, all that, along with the patio cover. We also took the time to shoot our pool equipment pad. It just makes it a lot more sturdier. If you have poured concrete, it's not gonna settle or nothing. So this gives us room to install our equipment next. So over here, we had pads. This is a top cast number 3 finish. It's just plain gray concrete. It just looks really good when you put the top cast overlay and then you wash it afterwards. It exposes the aggregate a little bit. It gives it more of a high-end decorative finish. The pads, we did 6 inches, 6-inch strips, so we could put turf in between. All this would be turfed out since we got a lot of rock going on. We want to kind of soften that up a little bit with some artificial turf. These are pet owners, so they're definitely going to have the pet premium installed here. And you see we finished off the Rockwork since you were here. So the beach entrance, you see how we got the slope, the water would come right up. It makes it really easy for the dogs to get in and out. And there's our rock grotto. So there's the finished product. We have a fully enclosed slide, grotto in the middle. We have water coming all over every ledge. And then I'll walk you around the side so you can see the step work. How is it? Hard? So we're gonna do Yeah, that's perfect, bro. So we'll do the pad there, and then are these gonna come off easy or no?
No, I already tried it with the big one.
Well, just cut it. You don't have to take the whole footing out, just kind of break it down. So with the drains, I want to probably move the drains to the backside. That way when they hose off the dog shit, these are going to be kennels, it goes to a trough, huh? So because think about it, if he has to wash it forward, he has to walk in the kennel to get all the stuff out. So here he could just hose it down. We'll pour the concrete, the back wall, we'll leave a little trough so all the poop could go underneath it. And then over there, we're gonna do a little catch basin so it doesn't clog up the drain line. So these are the 2 kennels and this would be the shower, right? You don't need to go that far, dude. Just a little L wall right here and then we'll put the shower head. That's it. Yeah. No, that's fine.
I seen that as rock on the side too.
No, that's done. I mean, we can put one more, but I think being open is fine. Just close that off here. You're done. That's perfect. Just close it off this way. Just stop it there and come this way. It doesn't have to be that big. It's just for a shower head. And here we definitely need to drain so we can capture all that water. And that's it. All right, so on the rock slide, you know, when we had this framed out, when you originally saw it, we didn't have this extra rock and this grotto over the spa. To me, it kind of looked a little blank and empty, so I told the guys go ahead and frame it up, put another grotto. We ran plumbing to it, so now you can have water spilling over the spa. You come up here, we went with a gray base with the smoked black charcoal accent, and then we did some speckles in white and black to kind of give it the granite look. We also wanted to kind of blend in the natural hillside. They didn't want tans and browns, but we did a couple accent rocks to kind of break it up so it doesn't look too black. The steps look great. We have a fully covered slide. So this, when you build these, you have to essentially build 2 slides, one on the bottom, one on top. We have 10 lights in here, so as you go through it, it'll be all lit up. If you look on this area, we put some hidden lights into the Rockwork. Check it out. Whew. So you see, you have to build it. I'm 6'2", and I can slide down without hitting my head. So usually you want to get about 3.5, 4 feet up, so any grown adult can get through with no problem. But you see the light on the side right here? Check it out. So this is gonna have some LED bubblers, so we'll have water splashing up. Really easy for the dogs to get in and out. They're Frenchie owners, and I think they got a big German Shepherd. On this side, we have some steps because there's no other way to get from that depth down to 3.5 feet. So we had to put some steps here. The pool shallows towards the rock side, so if you're standing up on the top rock, you'll be able to jump in and not hit your butt on the ground. So if you notice along the water line, we don't have any tile here. This is a rock coping, rock tile job. It kind of looks awkward if you have coping that looks like rock and then some glass tile along the lip. It just doesn't look natural, it doesn't flow. So we went ahead and followed the theme, made it flat so people don't trip and stub their toenails. All this gray stuff on the bottom is sealant, so it waterproofs the entire edge. This will be sealed, so all your water line will be protected just like you had tiles. So that's a design option. Usually when we do rock pools, especially this much rock, we go ahead and follow the theme around the pool. We didn't want to do stamp colored concrete. We just thought it was way too much. Behind a design like this. Anytime I come to a house, I step into the kitchen, I look out the access points and I see what's my view, what's my center of attention. So if you look at this pool, you come straight out the door, you see the waterfalls, you're split by 2 umbrellas, the tree, I have a welcoming entrance. This is a focal point, which is the beach entrance, and then it opens up to a huge Rockwork. If I look to the left, I got the kennels, some landscaping, privacy hedges, walls that are painted to match the house. On the right, I have additional entertainment, being my patio and outdoor kitchen, and a lot of grass. We're big fans of grass over concrete. In the past, people tend to overdo it with concrete. They wanted to go wall to wall just to minimize their maintenance. When you have a tropical pool, you gotta keep it green. You gotta bring in a lot of trees, a lot of palms, things that make it feel tropical. If this was filled with all concrete, it wouldn't give you the vibe that you're getting right now, getting a lot more green than you have concrete. We already have a ton of gray concrete on the Rockwork, so we want to balance that out with a lot more green turf on this project. All right, so building a pool is hard enough. Now try building a pool when there's already a pool here. If you remember this job, we had that old pool in here that we had to demo out. So if you got an ugly pool, you're not happy with the shape of it, you want to completely rip it out, there's no easy way around it. You got to demo it out, dig it out, haul away a foot thick of concrete rebar, and then start your dig process all over. So if you have a pool already, it's going to cost you a little more than just doing a simple build. If you look at this pool, we went completely different direction, from geometric to freeform, from traditional to tropical. We try to maintain true to the shape just to incorporate some of the features. The client here wanted a Baja beach entrance along with some bubblers in here. So these bubblers, if you remember back when we dug it out and we were at the shotcrete phase, you just had a white pipe and a gray pipe sticking out. That's critical because if the homeowner wants to add a light after the fact, it's very hard to do once you have concrete. So we always run gray pipe even if the client doesn't want it. That way, if they want to add it sometime in the future, it's ready to go so they can add it. These things aren't cheap. The bubblers are expensive themselves. You got to plumb it, add a spa. On top of that, you got to add an LED light. So these things are pretty pricey, but they make the pool look gorgeous. As far as the rock feature, you remember when we formed this out, we had a semi-covered spa. So it gives you some privacy. We hid the steps. No steps ever look good on Rockwork, so we try to hide it with the fascia of the rock. We try to do a new look with the slanted rocks. Now, a lot of you guys that, you know, send pictures of the East Coast or the Florida builders like Lucas, they say, why don't you use regular rocks? Well, we're in California. We don't have access to these big boulders. It actually costs us more to build out a real rock than it does to make it out of fake rock. Now, we can make fake rock look like however you want. So if you show us a sample, you show us a boulder, we'll mimic it. We'll make it any shape without having to crane it in and ship out a huge rock from Tennessee somewhere. So that's the reason why Cali builders don't use real rock. The other reason is some people think that fake rock is ugly. Well, you be the judge yourself. This is what we got. It gives you a clean look. It's like you're at Disneyland in your own backyard. We put a center grotto in the middle. This pool is actually 3 feet on both ends. It's 7 feet deep in the middle. This allows for the kids to do the backflips and everything, jump off the top rock. So the pool is going to be deeper towards the rock area. We have a huge slide. It's about a 25-foot slide full of lights. It's a tunnel slide, meaning that it's completely covered. This is not open, so you have additional engineering that's required for that. So let me show you some of those pictures close up. If you look at the decking, we did a wash finish. It's simple gray concrete, top cast #3 finish. We did some inserts of grass. This is Smart Turf Pet Premium. We left some planter areas to keep the tropical vibe and also added some polished black rock along with drainage and lighting. You look at the port lids, you know, try to keep it as natural as possible. So we always incorporate these port lids to try to hide the plastic look of the skimmer caps. The coping, we did all Rockwork to match the pool. This is your entrance to your spa area. So we have this top kind of flat rock cover. Now, if we were building this in Florida, we'd have to find a flat rock, lay it across, set it in mortar. There are a lot of different colors. It looks cool. We don't have access to that in California. If we did, it'd be very expensive putting this kind of project out of most people's price point. The spa if you look in the spa, we always do split bench seating. Wherever you have a spillway, it's gonna be a lot more shallow, so we like to put the bench at 2 different levels to accommodate for the shorties and for the tall people. So the tall people, they can sit in the deeper area where the bench is gonna be 24 inches deep. The shorter people can hang out on the 21-inch depth. It's just a 3-inch difference, but it makes a huge difference for your parties. Up here in the steps, maintaining true to the code, no more than 7 inches on the steps. These are all hand carved. They're all stained. If you look at the tunnel, well, you can't see now, but as soon as the sun goes down, we'll light this up. We got lights incorporated into all the rockwork. If you look in this area, we hid some lights, making sure that you don't have any dark spots. And when you see this at night, we have it lit up all in the corner. So if you look in here, look on the side, you have lights lighting up your pathway, lighting up all the way down the tunnel. I told you before, lighting is everything, especially when you got rock work. You want to highlight any of the accent boulders, any of the waterfalls. Everything has to have a light shining on it. These steps, we always love dogs. We love dog families, so we all had to put their paws in here. These kids love the dogs. They love their dogs like their kids, so we included them as part of the project. That'll be there forever. If you look at the pool, we went with the French gray mini pebble plaster. This has a touch of glass Puerto Rico blend along with abalone shell, so it really sparkles, gives the water an inviting look like you're in Barbados or Cancun. All right, so one of the features most people don't think about, us being dog lovers, we like to have the dogs as part of the family, part of the party. Sometimes you get guests around, you don't want the dogs jumping in the pool and jumping all over kids and biting people. So we built these kennels for this family. They have a German Shepherd and a little bully. So we built 2 little kennels so they can be around the party and not really mess with the guests. We also gave these folks an outdoor shower. If you want to rinse off before you get in or out of the pool, we ran some water to this shower head. Real simple add-on. Get this online. We just run water to it and hooked it up for the clients. These are 2 little features that most people don't think about, but they're a huge plus to any yard or backyard experience. The landscaping on this job, it had existing landscaping. We just cleaned up the hill a little bit. Eventually, they'll probably put some grass in this area or rocks. These polished rocks are really expensive. The black polish especially is really expensive, so we try to minimize where you use that, but anywhere you have animals and dirt, you don't want them tracking it everywhere, so I highly recommend you get some rock, whether it's simple white crushed rock or this Mexican pebble mixed with some black polish. These trees were existing, so we didn't have to bring in any palm trees. If you're thinking about refreshing them or getting something a little bit more upscale, the canaries that everybody wants, those things get pretty pricey. You're looking at about $1,000 a foot. So if you get a 12-foot high canary, you're talking about 12 grand just for the tree, plus another $1,000, $2,000 for a crane service, plus the labor to dig it out. So you're talking 15, 20 grand for a tree, where these you can, chop them up, clean them up, make them look a little decent. These will hold it down for now. The rest of the house, they already had some sago palms, some pygmy palms, so we're leaving that as is. They have some lighting coming in here, and we'll show you guys a little bit what this pool looks like in the dark. So you've seen all these cool features from the cave, the covered spa, the tunnel slide, the grotto, the rock work, the planters, the lighting, the shower, the kennel, the outdoor kitchen and patio, the bubblers. If you're thinking about all this stuff and maybe it's not in your budget, you want to think big from the beginning, because it's definitely going to cost you a lot more money if you decide to add it on once the construction process begun. Once we have work down, concrete in, grass in, it's going to cost you a lot more time, a lot more money to get it done then. So dream big from the beginning. All right, so let's talk about the one thing you all want to know. How much does it cost, right? A lot of you builders are scared and try to avoid the hard topic of pricing. Now, there's a lot of variables depending on where you are at. If you're in California, if you're in New Jersey, Texas, Arizona, we all have different codes. We all have different situations. We all have different complexities with projects, everything from access to the type of dirt to the inspections and the process that it takes to build it. But in general, A simple pool and spa in California about this size, you're gonna spend about $88,000 to $90,000 for a base pool and spa. Now, you adding additional features like a slide this size, you're gonna add anywhere between $25,000 to $30,000 just for a slide. You add a grotto, a cave, you're talking another 25, 30 grand depending on the size of it. So we have a simple rule for Rockwork. A good estimate is about $55 a cubic foot, meaning length times width times height times $55. That's what's gonna be your Rockwork. So a Rockwork like this, you're talking about $70,000 to $80,000 on top of your base of $85,000, $88,000 for a pool. So you're in the 160, 165 range. After that is how much concrete do you have and what type of concrete. If it's simple gray broom finish, about 1,000 square feet around here, you're talking 12 to 15K. Now you're adding stripes and turf strips and gaps in between. It's gonna require a lot more framing, a lot more detail, along with a decorative finish like top cast. You're gonna be around 18 to 20 grand for a finish like this. Now grass, you have the option to go turf, real grass. If you go real grass, you're gonna have sprinklers, irrigation, a water bill every year, or you do turf and you're gonna be anywhere between $9 and $15 per square foot. This is the pet premium, highest grade possible artificial turf that we offer. So a job like this, you're gonna be around $18,000 to $20,000 for 2,000 square feet. Now let's talk about this patio cover. So patio covers, there's a lot of options. You can go just wood, which I don't recommend. They're the cheapest, but they're gonna look like crap in 2 to 3 years, require a lot of maintenance. You're gonna stain them, paint them every year, sand them. Eventually, after 5 to 10 years, you're gonna call somebody out to replace it again. So this, we did this out of steel just for longevity. A patio cover like this, cantilever, you're probably talking between $16,000, $20,000 for the base. Now with wood and lighting, all the finishes, you could be anywhere between 25 and 30K for this. You add a concrete pad. This is 12 by 12, about 200 square feet. An island. Islands are a huge variable. You can get grills that are $600. You can get grills that are $6,000. So the way we do it is we just charge for the construction of the island. You buy whatever grill you want and slap it in. I've seen islands be built for 12 grand. I've seen islands be built for 100 grand. It just depends how fancy you want to go. If you're getting a Home Depot grill or you're getting a high-end Heston or a Link system, you could spend $20,000 just on a grill itself. So it's very hard to price that. But bottom line, a project like this, to be start to finish, you definitely should budget between $250,000 and $300,000 to get you turnkey. Now the decorations, the lawn furniture, the lighting and all that, that's usually on the homeowners. If you really want a turnkey project, I'd be in the $350,000 to $400K range for a complete backyard with all the highest end finishes. So there it is, folks. We walked you through the entire process of buying a pool, planning a pool, demolition, digging, steel, shotcrete, all the lessons in between. Transparency is key. So don't get too hung up on the prices. I know I might have scared a lot of you guys away laying out what my costs are. They may not be your costs. You may be lower or higher. Those are my costs, and that's what I charge, and that's what this customer feel was a true value. So for all you that are trying to get to this level, it all starts with the client, right? Every project is not for you. We pride ourselves on doing dope things for dope people. The Carson family, they're super dope with me, and my only metric is if I don't want to hang out with them, I don't want to build their pool. So till next time, I'm Vic with G6. Catch you on the next one.